Hey, don't move to Orlando. Seriously, watch this first. Take a breath with me for a second. Don't move to Orlando. I mean it, seriously. Not until you've heard this all the way through. Because Orlando can be one of the best decisions you ever make, or one of those moves where 6 months later, you're sitting in traffic thinking, all right, what did I just do? Because Orlando, it can be an incredible upgrade for your life, or one really expensive regret. Look, I'm not here to talk you out of moving here, quite the opposite. For a lot of people, Orlando becomes a huge upgrade. You've got sunshine most of the year, roughly 230 sunny days annually. No state income tax, a growing job market with healthcare, tech, aviation, tourism, and defense industries, and a city that still feels like it's expanding instead of slowing down. Major companies are moving here, new neighborhoods are being built constantly, and for the right person in the right location, it can be an amazing place to live. But here's the honest part, it can also quietly become one of those frustrating moves someone makes if they jump in too fast. I've sat with families, couples, retirees, young professionals, people just like you who were thrilled at first. And then 6 months later, they were asking questions like, why does it take 45 minutes to drive 9 miles? Why are the toll roads everywhere? And my personal favorite, why does it rain every afternoon like someone scheduled it? That's the part nobody really tells you before the move. See, most people fall in love with Orlando on vacation. That's the problem. Because when you're researching from another state, you mostly see the highlight reel. And most people fall in love with Orlando on vacation. And honestly, it's easy to see why. If you come down for a long weekend, maybe Disney, maybe Universal, maybe you're escaping winter somewhere up north, the weather is perfect. Palm trees everywhere, restaurants are packed, everyone's smiling. You start thinking, why don't I live here? And that feeling is real. But that's exactly where the disconnect begins. Vacation Orlando is designed to be magical. Living Orlando is real life. So if you're trying to figure out Orlando and you don't want to piece it together from 40 different websites, I put together a full relocation guide. Neighborhood breakdowns, commute realities, insurance zones, the stuff people usually learn about after they move. It's free in the link below. Scan the QR code on the screen and it'll take you straight to it. And those two experiences can feel very different once you're here full time. Vacation Orlando and living Orlando are not the same thing. And I'm watching people learn that the hard way. Vacation Orlando and everyday Orlando are two totally different experiences. On vacation, you're not commuting. You're not paying tolls. You're not dealing with the 4 p.m. thunderstorms that shows up like it has a calendar reminder. You're not waiting behind 17 tourists at Publix buying ponchos and Mickey ears. And here's a stat that surprises a lot of people. Orlando gets over 70 million visitors every year. That's basically like hosting the population of France every single year, which means even if you don't live anywhere near the theme parks, tourism still shapes how the city operates. Roads get busier, restaurants get crowded, certain areas feel like peak season almost all the time. Another thing people don't realize until they live here is how seasonal the city actually feels. Not weather-wise. Central Florida stays warm mostly all the year. But population-wise, from about October through April, you get what locals call Snowbird season. People from colder states come down for the winter. Retirees, seasonal residents, vacationers escaping the cold. Restaurants get busier, traffic increases, golf courses fill up, and even quiet neighborhoods start seeing license plates all over the country. It's not a bad thing. In a lot of ways, it's a part of Florida's personality. But it definitely changes the rhythm of a city compared to what people expect. If you're standing on International Drive, you feel the energy. Huge hotels, convention centers, restaurants packed, lights everywhere. It feels exciting. And for visitors, it absolutely is. But when you live here, that same energy becomes background noise. Tourist seasons spike prices, traffic gets heavier, and suddenly the place that felt fun on vacation becomes the road you drive through just to run everyday errands. For locals like me, an area like this are less about entertainment and more about navigation. You learn which roads to avoid, which times of day to stay away, and which shortcuts save 20 minutes during peak traffic. I remember one couple I worked with, they visited Orlando in February, perfect weather, amazing trip. They bought a condo here almost immediately. 6 months later, they told me, we didn't realize living near the action meant living in tourist season all year. They didn't hate Orlando, they just hadn't experienced the daily version yet. And learning that after you've already moved your furniture across the country, That's the hard way. People move here chasing a lifestyle, but they choose a house first. And that's backwards. Take Winter Park. This place feels like a movie set. Brick streets, outdoor cafes, boutique shops, tree-covered sidewalks. It's beautiful. And a lot of people move to Orlando chasing exactly this lifestyle. But here's the mistake I see repeated over and over again. People fall in love with a house first, then they try to force their life to fit around it. If your daily routine doesn't match where you live, Orlando will punish that decision. If you end up driving more than you planned, spending more time in the car than enjoying places you moved here for, and suddenly that dream neighborhood starts feeling more like somewhere you visit occasionally instead of the life you imagine. Think about your real routine. Where do you work? Where do your kids go to school? Where's your gym? Your grocery store? Your friends? If those things don't naturally line up with where you live, friction builds. Longer drives turn into daily stress. Weekends turn into errands. And Orlando is big. The metro area spreads across 4 counties. That means someone can say they live in Orlando and still be 40 minutes away from somewhere else who says they live in Orlando. 2 neighborhoods might look similar on the map, but feel completely different in real life. That's why spending time exploring the different areas before moving can make a huge difference in long-term happiness. And if you're actually planning a move next month or next year, reach out. My info's on the screen in the description, and the QR code will take you straight to me. And here's what most people don't factor in: the commutes, the tolls, the time, the energy. And these costs don't show up on Zillow. And that's why rushing to move here is dangerous. Commutes here can be brutal if you pick wrong. Orlando is very spread out. Major employers cluster in certain pockets. Lake Nona for medical and tech, downtown for finance and law, airport area for logistics. Then add tolls. $5 to $15 day round trip isn't unusual. 45 minutes each way in traffic adds up to nearly an extra full day of work per week. And the mental energy drain, stop and go traffic, tourists unfamiliar with the roads, and afternoon storms that somehow always start right when everyone leaves work. Those things impact your daily life way more than granite countertops ever will. And that's why rushing to move here is dangerous. Not a dramatic disaster, just a slow exhaustion that creeps in over time. And if you're making a very big life move, you deserve better than that. Orlando is changing faster than people realize. And where you move now matters more than where you moved 5 years ago. Orlando isn't standing still, it's accelerating. Lake Nona's medical city keeps expanding. Hospitals, research centers, sees medical school, thousands of high-paying jobs moving into the region, new construction everywhere, population growth every year. Central Florida adds thousands of new residents every month. The neighborhood you choose today may feel very different in 5 years. So don't move to Orlando blindly, and don't move fast, and definitely don't move based off of a weekend visit. Give yourself time to explore the city, different neighborhoods, different times a day, different seasons if possible. Because what matters more isn't the dream version Orlando, it's whether the specific part of the city actually fits your life. And if you're actually planning a move and want clarity on whether Orlando makes sense for you, that's what I'll help people with. And before you do anything else, watch the next video.